So, hello everybody, and welcome back to our third podcast. Today, I have a very special guest from Italy in Switzerland, which is Miriam.
I lost you.
I
Can
lost
you hear me?
you. I said Miriam, and then you were gone.
Yeah, same for me. So nice to meet you, all of you guys. I'm Miriam, and I'm here as Kitty, the solo traveler today. And right now, I'm living in Switzerland, and I'm the owner of a startup that is called Zafiro Agency. But I love traveling, and traveling is always been something in my life from when I was a kid. So that's why today I wanted to join this podcast because I thought they could be very interesting for me.
That is so amazing. I'm so happy to have you here. So, you have a digital agency, right? Or
Yes,
social media agency, am I right?
yes, it's
Yes.
right.
Why are you doing this and not go to the office, have a 9 to 5 job?
Well, because I think I'm very independent as a person, and this was thanks also to all of my travel, all of my trips, because I move a lot in my life. And I think for me, if I stay all day in an office and doing every day the same thing, this will bring me down a lot, like my creativity and also my energy. And I don't mean this is for like everyone, but for some people, it's not a good place where to work with, where to work at. And so I just realized it in my life after all of my experience that it's not something for me, that I can do more. So that's why I start to do my digital agency. And also because I can move a lot, I can go everywhere and work for my clients, for my agency as well. So, for example, I can go to Italy right now and still have my work, and then I come back and still I have my clients. So this is something that I really like, and that's why I choose also
Yeah,
this job. Yes.
yeah, that's great. You can work wherever you want, like around the world
Yes,
if you
exactly.
want to. Yeah, that's so amazing. So, did you travel a lot till now, like to
um,
different countries?
this year I just been in Paris and in London for my birthday, and in Switzerland I hadn't the opportunity to travel a lot because I'm very busy with my work right now. But I'm planning to go in the mountain to see again the countryside because I love Switzerland a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, and I also been to Italy recently because I had to finish my master degree. So I
Ooh.
went to Tuscany in Siena,
Mm-hmm.
and also with my mom and one of my best friends. And then we went also to Florence because my mom had never seen Florence. So I told to myself, let's go also to Florence. So I've been there for like 1 week. And yes, I let's say I travel a little bit, but I want to do more. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's great. I am in Italy currently, but in Puglia, in the south of Italy. Italy is, I don't know, it's one of my favorite countries in the world.
That's nice to
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Italy has a lot of things to see, to do, and the nature is amazing. It's just working there, it's different. But for holiday, I think it's like the best place where to go.
Yeah. 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 I
One
don't know
of the
about
best.
working, of course. I never worked here. But
Yes.
yeah, for a vacation, I mean, the whole food is so amazing, like
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And people are friendly, people are kind, mostly all the time. Like,
Yes.
yeah, it's
Especially in the
different.
south. Especially in the south, it's like very, let's say, Spanish vibes.
Mm,
And because we derived from there as well, we had a lot of Spanish people when we were like conquering, etc. But that's why we are still have this kind of atmosphere. So it's nice, and it's different from the north, of course. So.
yeah, yeah. I don't know the north so much. I know the Venice area,
Mm-hmm.
We always went camping there as a kid.
Or Venice.
Oh,
I don't really like Venice Islands, but I love the region. The region is so good.
yeah.
Like living there, like it's almost living in Switzerland. I must say it's very the quality of life is very nice, and also the nature is amazing. I've been there because I studied in Venice,
Oh,
so I've
yeah.
been there for 3 years, and it was nice. Yes.
Yeah.
So
But Venice also, like the city is also not like my favorite, but we were outside like 30 minutes away, so also in the region. But
yeah, I
like
think
super
Venice is
tourist
nice.
camping site, we always went as kids, like for 10 years. We always went to
Nice.
the same place. Yeah.
Mhm.
And now I'm here in South Italy. My sister's mother-in-law has a B&B here. So that's like,
I think I must go there. I must go there, and then I will ask you the Airbnb because I never been to Puglia, even though
uh-huh.
I'm from the south. And yeah, I must go because all the people are like, you must visit Puglia as well. So maybe one day I will ask you the contact.
Yes, of course. You have to. I will love to give you the contact. They're super kind here, and I'm treated like a
Nice.
little princess here. Yes. So,
Yeah. So yeah,
sorry.
go for it.
I wanted to ask you, like, do you have like one moment on a trip that you remember like very deeply, and that really like when you now think about it, it's like it still makes you like super happy, like wow, something like a moment of wow.
Um, I think during my trip to Asia, my first trip, because when in 2018 I went to South Korea and Japan,
Oh wow.
and well, I want to say something before because it's very interesting in my
Yes.
opinion, and then I tell you my moment. So I went to South Korea a first time for traveling. I wanted to enjoy the country. I wanted to discover the culture. And funny things is what happened to me. You must hear this story. So I was very young. My life was very different back in the days, and I went in a hostel. And basically, before going to South Korea, I made this interview with the owner of the hostel, and basically you had to like speak in English with the customer, and they will let you stay in and giving you some food as well, like rice, you know. And so I did this experience that is called workaway, right? And
Mm.
it was my first time. Never tried that before. This was my first time.
Yes.
uh, yeah, and so I went there. This is so funny. And it was February. It was like Chinese New Year, you know, and it was holiday almost. So I work basically one day. Then they say to us, "You are on holiday," you know, and they say, "Okay." And then when we go back from holiday, we were waiting to work again. And what happened at one point, a lot of people came into the room, and they were like with the phone, like the camera, and telling us like in Korean, in a very rude Korean, like you are working here illegally. Now we bring you, yeah, we bring you to the embassy. This is not right. So, oh my goodness, I was shocked. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Yes.
I am working in illegally just because I'm speaking in English to some people. It was like we are talking, okay? It was
Yes.
like this at the work for
Yes.
like 3 hours. And then basically what happened, like all we were like 30 people from all of the country, like America, Europe, Asia, Malaysia. And so what happened was like we had been banned from the country for like 1 year just because just because we were speaking in English. Can you imagine? But luckily, the owner said to us that we could stay 2 weeks more free. Okay, so I stayed into the hostel for like 2 weeks, and we
Mhm.
start to going everywhere because we didn't have to do nothing. And then I could finish my trip because they said like you can stay 1 month yet, and then you have to leave the country. And so I went to Jeju Island. I really enjoy everything. So I was lucky, okay. But there were like other people that had to go back home. and it was very depressing for them because they lost money and everything, but for me it was okay.
Yeah.
And I just want to tell this story because I think it's incredible how a country can do such things. And it wasn't our fault. I mean, the fault is of the owner. How can I
Yeah.
know, the rules? And then I discovered through one of my friends that they put a law like 2 months before. 2 months before of this trip, a law came out. They say like this is illegal. And
Oh,
so I was
and the
like, I
owners
was
didn't tell you.
yes, exactly. But whatever, now I'm free, I can go there. But it was really an experience.
I can.
And my favorite moment, I guess it was when I landed up in Japan, because from Jeju I went back to Busan. From Busan I went to Osaka, and in Osaka I had such a good friend. She's like my Japanese mom,
Mhm.
and she's like my mom's age, around 55, and she just came to the airport to bring me. And it was like, let's say that Japan has always been like a place that always was very interesting for me from when I was a kid, because in Italy we used to watch a lot of anime, a lot of movie about Japan, and so for me I was really into this culture. And so
Mhm.
when I arrived, the vibe was very nice. The weather, it was March, but the weather was so nice. It was like, I don't know, almost like May, very warm. And then the Japanese mom came to bring me, and they give me all, the food, the Japanese food that we were drinking. And she showed
Mhm.
me all the places around Osaka. And I stayed there, I mean, with her for 1 week, because then I move around all of Japan.
Yeah.
And she showed me like as a daughter, she bring me also to a traditional Japanese dancing place, and they made me dance. And of course, because I was the foreigner, I won. But it was very funny because she also made me dress up with the kimono and everything. She
Oh,
was
that's
like
a
a
nice experience.
yeah. So for me, it was very nice. Also because I think South Korea, Japan give you different vibes. And so after, of course, I love my trip, even though everything happened in South Korea, but I love it because Jeju was really like my Sardinia, like very big highland with a lot of nice people. The sea was amazing. And after that, I went to Japan, and it was like very familiar, vibe, and it was another vibe. So I really liked the moment when I ended up in Japan.
Yeah.
And it was like also my first trip that I paid all by myself with my money. So for me, it was like, let's say, as little dream that came true. And I stayed there for 2 months. So for me, it was like very, very wow. I had such a great memories.
That's so amazing. I have South Korea. I have like on one of my top travel lists. This is something I really want to go see. Like more
You
and
must go. You
yeah, I've
must
been to
go.
Japan, and also like Japan is amazing. It's so different to Europe.
Yes, it is.
Still, it is similar in some ways to Switzerland. Like the trains, they go on
Yeah,
time, like these things. But people are so kind in Japan. I don't know. Like
yeah, they are.
or like they're very, I don't know. You don't have to be scared to leave your luggage somewhere. You don't have to
Mhm.
hold your bag or it feels like everybody has respect of each other.
Yeah, it's so nice. That's why I like Japan. The vibe is so nice.
Hmm.
What I thought because about kindness in Japan, it's amazing in my opinion, but sometimes it's too much. Like one time happened that I went to a convenience store. I just went there, and this girl for like I'm not kidding, for like 10 minutes was telling me like arigato gozaimasu, arigato gozaimasu, just because I was paying. And she was like replying this like several times. And for me, I appreciate that. But I thought like, poor girl, she must be like exhausted after one day telling this like twice to everyone.
Yeah.
So I think it's super cool, but sometimes I feel like very empathic for this kind of environment. So
Yeah. Yeah, they say that does thank you, right?
Yes.
Yes. So it's yeah, they say that all the time. And that's
Yeah.
something, I don't know, I feel I experience this in Japan, but also like when I travel to India,
Yeah.
that as a white person you are very highly, I don't know, or differently respected. You know?
True, it's true.
So this is always, it feels to me like, please just treat me like I am,
Yeah,
like I'm you.
yeah, that's
We
what
are
I thought
same.
too. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like just once it's enough, but I just felt sorry for this girl. But I think like you must go to South Korea. For me, like I'm Italian, but I love Asian food. Like I love spicy food. I can really barely survive with that. I love that so much. And like South Korean food, it's amazing because it's very spicy and it's tasty.
Mm,
While Japanese food is like different, but it's lovely as well.
yeah.
So if you have the opportunity to go to South Korea, just go. It's
Yeah.
really an experience.
I'm saving already. I'm saving already. Yeah, it's really like more and more. I watch, like lately I watch a lot of TikTok videos.
Mhm.
More and more it keeps showing me South Korean things with
It's a
also the
sign.
food. I love food over everything. And
It's a sign. It's
the
a
thing is,
sign.
yeah, everything looks pretty same, like in Japan, but not. Like it looks similar. So it's always
Mhm.
like, "Okay, I have to go. I have to go."
No, I think they are very similar, like European, but at the same time they are so different. That's why they are beautiful, because they have something common, but at the same time they are different. So
Yeah,
it's nice to see the difference.
yeah.
So and yeah, I think it's a sign. And then you must go to South Korea.
Definitely. You know, I was told that they say like South Koreans are like the Italians in Europe.
It's true. It's true.
Like
It's the same.
they are the loud, some of the loudest South Asian or Southeast Asian countries. Like people are louder because I in Japan it's always like I always were like scared to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
And I did one time. I One guy had some very funny quote on his T-shirt, and
Yeah.
then I pointed it out. I was like, I knew the rules, you know. I read some cultural do's and don'ts, but then I was like, I love your T-shirt. And this guy looked at me. He looked away. He looked at his friend. His friend looked at him. They looked at me. This guy turned away, and I was like, I'm sorry. And then his friend was like going to like this to him, and then he looked at me. He was like, "Thank you," and they left.
Thank you.
And I felt so embarrassed. I was like, "Oh no!"
True. It depends. We because there are some Japanese also they are very shy, but it depends. Mostly of them are very shy,
Yeah,
and South Korea are more like Italian. They are very loudly and they are very rude sometimes. Like it happened to me, like a taxi driver. A lot of time, if you are in South Korea, you have to take the taxi. Okay,
yeah,
taxi are very and some of them were nice but other were like very very like rude to me just because I was a foreigner and they were thinking I was drunk or whatever. They were just complaining all the time, but they are more like let's say Italian. I think
okay,
it's the peninsula, it's like Alpha Island, so
yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'm curious. I have to do that for sure. This or next, maybe next year. But
My next in Asia, I think, would be or India because
mhm,
I really love Indian culture and the food. I want to go there,
yeah,
and also Indonesia because I have a friend from there, one of my best friend, and I
hmm,
really want to visit it. And China because I'm working with Chinese people as well, and I want to visit China. So let's see. And of course, I want to go back to Japan and South Korea as well.
yeah.
So I think when I go to Asia, maybe I will make a big trip. Let's see.
Yes, that sounds cool. Be careful, like when you want to go to China because of the visa, which country you will go
Yeah,
first.
I have to check
Just heard.
everything. Yes.
Yeah, because I just heard of some guy who spent some time in Turkey and then
Mm-hmm.
traveled to some other countries, and now he's trying to apply for the Chinese visa,
Uh,
and they didn't give it to him because
oh
he
my
visited
goodness.
Turkey like 6 months ago.
Come on. Very strict,
Yeah.
but I understand,
So
yes.
yeah, it's
But
like I
yes.
really want to go to Pakistan one day,
Mhm.
but I also, travel to India often. So I
Mhm.
know if I travel to Pakistan, I will not get back to India.
Of course, yes.
So I will put Pakistan
Complicated.
on my last list, or before changing a passport or something.
Yes, yes. I want to go to Kerala actually. I want to go to the south of India because I mean, I have a lot of friends from the north, from
Mhm.
Punjab. But I would like to discover the south as well because I'm from the island, so everyone telling me like there is a nice seafood over there. The culture is so unique and so beautiful. So I would like to go over there,
Yeah, you have
sometime.
to. Kerala is a dream. Kerala is, yeah, they call it God's own country, and that's what it
Yeah,
is. It's really special.
I want to go there. It's on my
Goa is really nice too. I don't like the places where they have like too much tourism. So I always
yes.
go to, if I go to Goa, I go to South Goa.
Mm-hmm.
It's just beautiful. Yeah.
I can imagine. I can imagine. That's why it's on my list.
Yes. You have to do that.
Yeah.
Traveling is, I love traveling. It's just,
Traveling changed my own life. Traveling is like I don't know. For me, I maybe because my mom made me travel a lot, even when I was a little kid. That for me, it's just my habit. I don't know how to say this. Like for some people, when I tell my story, some people are like shocked. Like, how could you do that? And they spend all their life, in the same city, and that's okay. I don't judge this for me because everyone is different, but for
yeah,
me, when I was like in my little town in Sicily, I was like, no, I need to get out from this, and I was dreaming like a lot of places because I always felt like I wanted to discover. And I think it's about also your persona, your personality, and there are some people that prefer to just stay in one place,
yeah,
and of course, I want to have a home too. This is not what I'm saying, but I love just going around, discovering, exploring. And I think this belongs to certain people and not all of the people. So,
yeah. Totally agree with that. Completely
mhm.
agree. Yeah, I also I could not imagine to stay in Switzerland forever. Also, though Switzerland is beautiful, and only started to
Yeah.
get to know my own country during COVID times. That's when I
Mhm.
started to discover Switzerland, because we were not able to travel out, right? But I had the need to travel. Like I need, this is, I don't know. I need this. It's like food.
Yeah, exactly. It's like food, especially when you start it at a young age.
Hmm.
Like, that's what for me was very frustrating when I was in Florence for COVID time for 2 years because I felt like I didn't have. I felt like I lost myself a little bit
Yeah.
because I was stuck in a place that took all of my energy,
Yeah.
and I couldn't go like traveling again because I felt like uncomfortable even with myself at one point that I was like, this is almost scared, and this is something I don't want to have in my life. That's why I moved out because I say like, no, this is not good. I really love to explore what happened to me. And then I say like, no way, I'm going to change my life. And that's when I went back to my parents to see them first. Then I went to Slovenia to travel again. And then I came here to rebuild myself. But still, I needed to make this change. If I
Yeah.
didn't do that, everything will be stuck. But yeah, sometimes we have to. So
Yeah. Sometimes we have to go.
we have to
Yeah.
try.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. Travel is to, I don't know. I need to grow. Like each trip, each vacation, also now I'm taking a more a vacation than traveling, but it teaches you something, I think.
Yeah, of course,
And
it
I
is.
need this. I need to learn something, to grow, to yeah, see new things, smell new things. Like this is what gives me energy.
Yeah, exactly. Same for me. Like when I went out when I was 19, I went to Australia directly because I wanted to discover and I wanted to, you know, because I really wanted to improve myself.
Hmm.
And the place where I was, I couldn't
Yeah,
because family, people outside, it was very I was suffocating. It was very claustrophobic for me. So I say, no way, Miriam, you have the power. And I was just 19. And I say like, okay, I go out and whatever will be, I will try. And
yeah,
so that's when I understood that I have to try all the time something. If you don't take risk, you'll be stuck and no one will do that for you. So
yeah,
that's why I'm very, I think that realize for me it's like very easy to take risks because I get used to that, that maybe it's more easy. So by something that you experience also, and it's also about the perspective.
yeah. I love that. It's yeah, we need to grow when we need to. It gets boring. I get kind of like claustrophobic if I have to stay in one place.
Yeah, I'm the
For
same.
real.
I
It's like I
after
need
like
to.
a while,
Yeah.
after a while, I'm like, okay, I need a break. Bye bye.
Yes, exactly like that. I get not depressed. That's maybe the wrong word, but it kind of like gets on my like yeah. If I don't travel or if I don't see the ocean or
The ocean, yes,
you know
same for me.
that's my balance. I don't know. I look at the ocean and I feel complete.
Yeah, and for me it's the same. When I smell like the sea or touch the sand and everything, I feel like home
Yeah,
because maybe I used to go often to the sea, and so sometimes I need just to recharge myself and just go to the sea just for a walk.
yeah,
The last summer I was 1 month at the sea. I was alone basically. Like I met my friends from my childhood, but I was almost alone, and I really enjoy the time because I was really connect to the nature, and I was taking some time for myself to recharge, and so
yeah,
it was super amazing. I love that. I love Cagliari. I went to Cagliari. I love the food and the people were amazing. My the person that gave me the apartment was so nice as well. So I had such a great time there.
yeah. Ah, really nice. It's so nice to get to know you better too, right? We only met like 2 weeks ago in person. 2 weeks, no,
So
3 weeks in person, but I think it's really nice to get to know you a bit better.
yeah, thank you
Really, I
so
love
much.
that.
It's so nice for me as well because it's not easy to find. It seems easy, but it's not easy to find people that can understand you or what you have been through. Like especially, I mean, the topic is traveling, but it's not easy to find someone that share the same point of view. So it's very nice for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes it doesn't matter how long you know someone, and you just need a click to understand each other. So
Yes. Yeah, and to talk about passions, right? Which is definitely travel is a big passion.
yes,
So,
exactly.
yeah. Ah, and it's I'm wearing long sleeve. I thought I'll come on a summer vacation.
It's normal. It's
It,
normal. I like
it,
this because I'm at home, but probably I will wear a jacket. In now this week it's just rainy, rainy, rainy. So it's okay. I'm going to try to survive with this rain, but it's not so beautiful.
yeah, here too, and it's a lot. There are a lot of mosquitoes. I don't know. You probably keep seeing me go like this, and one just got me here.
Oh, the south is normal. If you go to Sardinia, it's even worse. Sardinia is like the worst place for mosquito. You are always like this, and they just bite you everywhere. So yeah,
Yeah, they love me a lot. Like all the mosquitoes, they love me everywhere I go. I'm like
must,
a magnet.
must be your blood. Then I
Yeah, yeah,
think
yeah.
they love blood.
They love my blood. They think I'm their friend, but I'm not.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So everybody, if you want to know what she is doing, please go to Safiro Agency, right? I will put the link
Yeah.
in the bio. Also, I will put your Instagram handle there, if I may, so you
Yes,
can
of course.
check out
Yeah.
all the amazing things Miriam does. Because yeah, that's kind of how we started to follow each other. I don't even know how.
Yes,
But
I think I just found you like randomly because I think my hashtag and the algorithm just show me you because
yeah.
my blog is about traveling, so it was like okay, and then also your name basically because my name is Kitty, and then I saw cat, and my brain is like oh maybe she likes cat too.
I love
Sorry,
cats too, but yeah, it's just a short version of my whole name, Catherine, right? So, but really, yeah, and I saw your post and I was like, oh wow, she does really cool, amazing things, and you do a lot and a lot of cool reels. I really love that.
so much. I'm trying my best. I mean, I told you before I've been working a lot of Instagram and photography, and I
Yeah.
don't post like a lot of things. Actually, I have a lot of videos and photos because sometimes it's not like I don't want to share, but something are very special for me. Something are very like. I want to share with the right people, and
Yeah.
I just take them for myself, especially the analog picture I took, like with my vintage camera. I don't usually share them nowadays. Back in the days, I used to, but nowadays I'm more like, I don't know, I feel like a peace if I just take them for myself. It's like my personal, space. But
Hmm.
yeah, thank you so much for the compliment. I will do more work. I'm very like positive and energetic nowadays, so I'm like just making videos, content, photos.
So cool, so cool. Yeah, I wasn't really, or I'm not so motivated about posting on social media at the moment, but yeah, still I'm trying to get my best or give my best because
Of
I'm
course,
building that
but
sparkly compass. This also takes a lot of time and uses a lot of my good energy, and I'm only
when
investing in good energy and what gives me good energy, right?
yes, that's very important. And wherever you need some advice or you want some making some collaboration, just ask me and let's see. I'm always open to find some solution or whatever. So
Yes, it sounds
yeah,
great.
much.
Thank you.
So
So it was really, really, really nice having you here on that sparkly podcast.
thank you so much. I hope you enjoy my stories.
I do, I do. I hope you had fun too here,
Yes, I did
talking
so
and
much.
sharing.
Yeah, I love sharing sometimes. I really, it's so special sharing your experience. So
Yes.
thank you so much for giving me this opportunity and talk to you soon.
Talk to you
And bye,
soon.
everyone. Thank you so much for listening.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.